Hey guys, it's me, Evelyn, here on X Loser, and today I'm going to show you guys how to recreate this poster I did. I made this poster for a fanfic that someone wrote on ASIANFANFICS, and the story is by random_101, and the story title is Suspicion, and it's a Chanyeol Baekhyun ship type story. So, as always with all my poster tutorials, I have a resource pack where you guys can download. It'll be in the description box below. Go ahead and feel free to download that. And in this resource pack, we're going to go ahead and get the stock texture 1 and 2, which will build our background. Then we'll get the model stock, which would be the other girl in the story. We're also going to get a light leak and a frame texture. And then also we're going to get the 3 PSDs here. I divided my coloring PSDs into 2 because I use them in 2 different times. I have my black and white, which will make my poster black and white. And then I have the blending tones, which will blend my stock photo 1 and stock photo 2 together. And I'll show you guys how to do that in the tutorials, of course. And then the full PSD of the poster. If you guys need any help, you can go back and reference that. I also have my Baekhyun photo and my Chanyeol photo. Chanyeol is from it's a screen cap from K-World's MV teaser. So, yep. And let's get into it. So, of course, we have the final product here. And I'm also going to I'm going to go ahead and put the font in the resource pack. I just haven't did it yet, but you guys will be able to download this font as well. It's going to be in the resource pack. So, okay, let's go ahead and exit out. I'm going to say yes because I'm just going to save the changes to it because it's not a big deal. We're going to go to File, New, and we're going to go ahead and create a new document, 500 pixels by 600 pixels like always. And we're going to go ahead and drag in our first 2 textures. I like to just click and drag them, highlight the first, and open them in new tabs in Photoshop so it'll be easier. And then I use my move tool, which is V on the keyboard for a shortcut. Click and drag the first one over, and we're going to go ahead and center it like so. So if you don't know if your photo center, you can go ahead and go Control A on your computer and have your move tool selected, which is V on the keyboard for shortcut, and click center this one here to center it with the width of the poster size, and click the aligned up so it'll be aligned with the length of the poster as well. And you Control D deselect. Then we're going to drag in this one as well. We're going to click and we're going to set it like so, and close these 2 out. Now what I did is on my second layer, which is my library stock photo, I'm going to go to layer mask, reveal all. It's going to add layer mask. You can simply also go here to your little icons down here in the lower corners with the square and the white circle in the middle. You can click that and it'll add a layer mask as well. So on your layer mask, we're going to get a round brush tool, and you're going to go ahead and use black as your foreground color, because when you have a white layer mask added to your image, you want to use black to paint on it to erase, like so. Now let's say you had all black here, means you hid all. You're going to want to use white to reveal what you want to have shown. So once you have that done, you're going to want to go ahead and drag in the blending tones PSD. Click and just open it in Photoshop, click and drag it to a new tab, and I'm going to show you guys that what's inside this blending tones. We're going to simply have a gradient map, which is just brown to a greenish tone, and it's actually from the photos. We're going to have a curves, which is just a brightening curves just to make it more lighter in the sense, and then a vibrance, which is a negative to kind of take down some vibrance because we want it to be fully colorful, and yet we bumped up the saturation so that it would have some color still left in it. And we're just simply going to go ahead and use our move tool. Instead of clicking on this and dragging over, because it won't drag over like that, you want to click on the image while your group is selected, click and drag it over, and then it's going to color our image like so. So next we're going to go ahead and drag in Chanyeol and the female stock photo. Click and drag it over into new tabs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag in Chanyeol first, so click and drag him over like so, and he is very high quality, so we're going to Control T to scale it down, lock your chain link up here, and we're going to scale them down to about this size, maybe a little bit bigger. I'm not sure yet, so I'm going to about 30%. And I'm going to tilt them, so Control T again, and we're going to shift them a little bit like so. Then we're going to go ahead and drag in, close this photo, drag in the female stock photo. We're going to bring it over, and we're going to set it right around here, and we're going to set her image to screen, so that she kind of fades out. You just want to see a little bit of her. You don't want her to be fully prominent. We're going to add a layer mask, so I'm going to click the square with the white circle. I'm going to grab my round brush tool and black, and make my brush fairly big, and I'm going to delete what I don't want to see, like so. Now I'm going to lower resize Chanyeol a little bit, because he's a bit big now. And I'm going to set him right about here. I'm going to move the girl over a little bit more, because you can't really see her because she's in the white. You want to see some of her. So, I think I'm going to have her right about here. I'm not sure where I placed her that first time, but this looks good. On Chanyeol's image, we're going to add a layer mask as well, and we're going to erase what's kind of showing up. So I'm going to move his photo up a little bit. I'm going to grab my brush tool, lower my size of it, and kind of fade his ends a little bit, and then his up part, so that the line is kind of not visible. It can be semi-visible because we're going to use textures to hide it, but not fully visible. So next we're going to go ahead and add in our frame texture. Click it, drag into a new tab, and then pull it over from there to your poster, like so. And it's going to fit the poster size perfectly. We're going to set normal to multiply, like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my magic wand tool, and you best do it while it's on normal, and select the center of this bit here. We're going to make a new layer. I'm going to fill it in with the white color, like so. And we're going to set this to multiply. And the reason I do this is I could just get the little bit of the lines behind it and the little swirly thingy, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and drag in Baekhyun's photo, so click and drag it in, new tab, pull it over with the move tool. You're going to right click on Baekhyun's layer, create clipping mask, so it's going to touch the white circle that we made. And we're going to Control T, and then we're going to resize it to about here, like so. Next we're going to go ahead and add the black and white PSD. So click, drag a new tab, and this black and white PSD just contains a brightness and contrast and a gradient map. So use the move tool, click and drag. We're going to drag it over, and it's going to show up like this. So now we have it done. I'm kind of not liking the way Chanyeol's photo looks, so you can always fix it. I'm just going to fix it just because I'm not happy with the way it's looking. So I'm just going to click and drag it over, and we're going to move him where he goes with the girl right here. Control T, and we're going to scale him down maybe to right about here. Tilt it a bit, maybe a little bit smaller. That looks good. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to add a layer mask and just kind of feather it a little bit right here because the line. Okay, so now that I'm happy, and you can go ahead and, if you guys messed up or ever fix whatever, we're going to drag in our last texture as our light leak. So click, open a new tab, and we're going to go ahead and just drag it over, and it's going to be above every texture and everything. You want it to be the last image on your the last layer in your layers. So we have it here. We're going to set the normal to exclusion, so it kind of gives this wonky effect, and we're going to change the fill to 19%, just to give it a little bit of color. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the fonts. So you're going to press T on your keyboard if you can, or you can just simply click the T here for your text to appear, and I'm going to go ahead and pause because it's going to take mine a second to load. Okay, so my font's loaded, and I use Springtime Capital something. We're going to use the first color, which will be a dark crimson, not fully dark, but in between light red and darker crimson, and the hex code or color code will be CB0000. And we're going to click here, and we're just going to type in our store name. It's going to be SUSPICION, like so. I'm going to go Control A to select on my canvas, and I'm going to press V on my keyboard for the move tool and click the second tab. Like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to click the fifth one to align center with the poster. I keep wanting to say a different word. I'm going to set normal to color burn. Next, we're going to go and duplicate this. Control J. But instead of leaving it like this, we're going to move it over using our move tool, be on the keyboard, and using your arrows. Just shift it to the left a bit. So you want to set the mode to normal real quick, just so you can see what you're doing. Move on your keyboard, and you just want to shift it over a bit, like so. Just kind of like this here. We're going to press T on our keyboard to change the color. We're going to change it to a light gray, so it will be E1, 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 like so. And we're also going to set this to color burn. And it's going to give it a kind of slight shadow-ish effect, if you guys can see right here. And I'm leaving it on top because it's going to kind of darken the wording as well, in certain spots that it overlaps. And now we have our poster. It's done. We're going to simply right click on the top one, and you want to go ahead and flatten image. So I'm just going to click on the layers, right click, and flatten image, and we have this here. We're going to go ahead and sharpen it, so Control J. And I like to do topaz clean. If you don't have it, I have a tutorial on my channel how to get it. I think someone commented to me saying that it doesn't work in Photoshop CC. I don't know. I'm going to look into that problem, but I don't have Photoshop CC. But I just want to let you guys know, if you have Photoshop CC, it might not work. So topaz clean. And I'm going to go ahead and use a soft topaz, so just kind of blur it, click OK. And then I'm going to go to filter, sharpen, smart sharpen, and I'm going to go ahead and try my super sharpen, see how it looks. And it actually looks really nice, so I'll click OK. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lower the opacity so it doesn't look overly sharpened to about 65%. And then you can add your credit or whatever, and then File, Save As. And I'm just going to save it as PNG and save over the original here, so that it, kind of looks like the tutorial. And click OK. And I replaced it, interlaced, and OK, and there you go. I hope you guys like this tutorial. Don't forget to comment, thumbs up the video if you like it, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook so we can communicate. It's best for that, for me to communicate easier that way. And let's be friends. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye guys.